Good afternoon and welcome to this week's presentation, Kinetic Sand. So I have everything needed for the experiment here. I got a big bowl which we're going to use to mix up all the ingredients. I have the white glue, Dawn dish soap. This is contact lens solution. So I watched the video that was up on the canvas. Got a decent understanding of the experiment, but the person didn't really provide us with like really exact measurements for it. So I found a similar video on YouTube, and they were able to give me the exact measurements. So from that video, I was able to find out that we're going to use 1 cup of sand, a tablespoon of cornstarch, a tablespoon of dish soap. We're going to do 4 ounces of white glue, and then it also calls for 3 teaspoons of a contact lens solution. So that's a contact lens solution, and then this is just some fancy sand I had at home. And then I got my things to measure here. So I got a cup. This is for the teaspoons, and I got a tablespoon here. And then these are just some plastic spoons that I'm going to use to mix everything once we get going here. All right. So there we go. So this is everything we need here. So next step, I'm going to start taking the ingredients and mixing them together to make the sand. All right, so now we're all set to start mixing everything. So step number 1, we're going to add the sand. So this is 1 cup. So I'm going to just pour the sand into here, so we get a cup of sand. This is a very special sand, by the way. Special family sand. But I'm willing to sacrifice my special family sand for the sacred science. Excellent. It's about a cup of sand right there. Beautiful. So I'm going to take my sand, put it into the bowl. So now we're also going to add cornstarch with the dish soap. So come back to our ingredients list. It's going to be 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I've got my tablespoon here. I'm going to come in. And a little bit more tablespoon, but there we go. Cornstarch is in. And the next is going to be the dish soap. So, cornstarch there. I have the dish soap. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set this here. And I'm just going to fill this up. Dump that in there. A little more, just because we didn't get everything out from the measure cup. All right. So we have the sand, we have the cornstarch, we have the dish soap. All right. So the next step will be to add the glue, but real quick, I'm just going to give this a good mix around here, get everything nice and even, and then it'll be time to add in the glue. So the cool thing with this, the thing calls for 4 ounces of glue, and this is exactly 4 ounces. So good deal. Just opening up our glue bottle. All right, got our glue nice and open, and let's just, oh yeah. Get all that glue in there. So once we get all the glue in, make sure we can get as much as possible, and then we're gonna really mix this good. All right, that is it for the glue. So yeah, so just so I kind of wrote down the steps here. So we're gonna add the glue, we're gonna mix it really good, and then the last thing is going to be adding the contact solution. So here we are. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give this a good mix, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I've been mixing for just over a minute now, and actually looks a lot like the video. So that's the consistency here. Like, I'll scoop it up a little bit. Yep. All right, so we're not quite done yet though. So the recipe that I found for this calls for one more thing, which is the contact lens solution. So I have a little measuring cup here. We're gonna do 3 teaspoons. So I got my solution. We're just going to fill this up. All right, so I got my 3. All right, so we're gonna dump this in there. And now I'm gonna mix it up some more. So pretty good consistency we had. It was also pretty thick though, so we'll see what it looks like when I get done mixing this. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm all done mixing once I added that contact lens solution, and yeah, it looks pretty good. So as I suspected, it's not quite as thick anymore. Really cool texture here. So here, I'll scoop some up, kind of watch it. Yeah, so it's like sand but goopy. So we got a couple of bubbles here. So when I added the contact lens solution, kind of mixed with the soap, and got little soap bubbles coming up. So yeah, that is Kinetic sand for you. Pretty cool. I was kind of interested when I started to see how it would actually turn out, if it would be similar to, you know, what we found on the video. And I actually think it looks pretty good. So there we go. Thank you.